Hi there. This is Mark Randolph again. It's not part one. This is now part two of the two videos that I'm making. And these videos are designed to help you understand what's going on in the market and what's going on in the housing market, what you as a real estate agent and me as a loan officer need to do and understand. And a lot of what I'm sharing with you in the first video as well as in this video, you can see on my Facebook posting realtor advice on the house, and that's a Facebook page I have, and it's designed to help you as a real estate agent and the real estate community to see and be able to pick up things and do things like pick up articles that you can share and post or market yourself or whatever you may want to do. So please check that out. But I decided to do this video, as I mentioned the first time around, that it is important in my opinion, to hear my voice, inflection, and a little bit of background as we go through these steps. First video, we talked about the market and the mortgages, how the market and the economy is not looking good and may not look good in the near future either. And there are a lot of changes in the mortgage market as well, to the point that we may have closings delayed or even stopped. And we just have to be aware of what's happening and react to it and get our customers to understand this is an unusual set of circumstances. We have never seen anything like this to this level. So now let's talk about the housing market and what's going on with that. First off, let's look at the economy itself. Yes, there are a lot of people who are laid off. Yes, there are a lot of companies that are slowing down. Yes, a lot of people are coming home and trying to work out of their home at the moment. That's where I am. My company is making us work out of home as much as possible, and so I'm working out of my house here. So I absolutely get it and understand that. And it's unfortunate that we're going through this. This is unusual set of circumstances. Now, on the other side, the economy, there's a lot going on in the economy. It has to continue. As individuals, as humans, as people here, we have to have shelter. We have to have food. We have to have utilities. We have to have medical things to take care of ourselves and our family and so on and so forth. These are things that can't stop. It has to keep going. So there are people who are living and putting money into what they need to do in order to make ends meet and in order to just survive and feed their family and clothe their family and so on and so forth. So that part of the economy does continue. And that is actually good, because sometimes when you sit here at the house and you're looking outside and you're wondering, did everything stop? Not exactly. It's a severe slowdown, but everything didn't stop. So that is actually good news for the real estate agent. The housing market has not stopped. We do not know at this point exactly how much of a slowdown we may expect. We may see a slowdown. Mark Randolph's opinion is that we are going to see a slowdown, but exactly how much we don't know. I'm hoping that it's minor in terms of numbers, and there are folks out there who have to purchase the home. They are doing things that humans do. They get married, they get divorced, they bring in their in-laws or sick relatives, or they're bringing the families together, having babies. There are all kinds of life changes that just naturally occur. And before this, we had this pent-up demand, and it looked like it was going to be a tremendous spring market. In my opinion, that pent-up demand is going to still be there. It may be hidden a little bit, but it's going to still be there. And once this virus issue is behind us, once the economy is back on track, and I'm really hoping and praying it's not more than a month, 2 months. It could go longer. I hope not. We all hope not. If it is, especially in a short term or even in a long term, that demand is going to come back. We don't know how robustly, but it is going to come back. And that's actually a good news and positive news. Let's talk about you as a real estate agent. Where can you come into play? Would be your role? Well, the very first thing I would tell you is not to panic. As we just mentioned, folks are going to look to purchase and sell homes. We mentioned about the human aspect, but we haven't talked about the business aspect. There are a lot of businesses that are continuing to grow and change and so on and so forth, especially as we come out of this and the economy starts to come back. There are businesses who are going to take advantage of things, and they're going to expand, and they're going to hire, or they're going to move people from one place to another, or folks are just going to gravitate to where they can get employment. And that could predicate moving from, let's say, Wilmington, Delaware to Dover, Delaware, or to Philly, or whatever the case may be. So there is that market that's there. What we have to do is, first off, do not panic, and then reassure our family members, our customers, our database, do not panic. Just stay the course, keep on the positive side, and when things start to calm down, you as an agent, I as a loan officer, we'll be here ready for them to help. And number three, I think it is perfect time to market yourself. Market. There are two reasons for this. First off, as the housing market slows down, perfect. Let's look for that customer who is on the fence or didn't get something done, or someone dropped them, or whatever the case may be. We might be able to pick up a couple clients and tie those loose ends as we are trying to go through this. The other is, as I mentioned before, with the housing market, it's going to be slowing a little bit, but it's going to come back. It may not be as strong as what we were hoping for, but it might be stronger as well. We don't know yet. And the more we market, the faster you and I are going to recover as well. And that is great news. And so now's the time to market. Now's the time to help our clients relax and help them go through this, give them tips on whatever they need to do to take care of themselves and their family. Number 4, there is now a difference in how, in my opinion, we can handle being a real estate agent. If you as a real estate agent are telling your clients, oh yeah, I have systems and I can help you buy a house, I can help you find a house, and I can look at different markets, in my opinion, that's old school. I don't think you should be saying that to the clients. Because most of the clients, and I don't know the percentage, but you can guess as well as I can, as we go through the mortgage process, or we go through the other, the housing process, our clients are picking up their phones and they're going, and their apps and their phone, they're finding more houses than you and I can find, and as professionals in there, because they're just going as fast as they can, and they're having all these apps out there. So why do they need you as a real estate agent to find a house? Well, there is part of truth behind that. You can find houses that they don't know or don't see. You can find situations that are not necessarily on the apps or on the websites. And you and I know that, so we can teach them that. But that's not the main reason, in my opinion, that I would market myself as a real estate agent. So that's old school. I can find you a house. You as an agent you have tremendous responsibility and ability to help a client. In my opinion, one of the main things is your expertise in contracts and negotiations. We're talking about a contract, a binding contract that can change someone's life and put them in a contract that is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. That is not something that should be taken lightly. That is not something that we should minimize. That is very important. That is a cat that just walked by. As I said, I'm working out of my house. So that is so important. The other thing is that you are an expert in the housing market. And in that expertise, you know what is on an inspection report. You know what's on in an appraisal. You can dissect, there's the cat again, you can dissect a survey and help explain to the clients what's going on and what's happening. This is an expertise that a regular customer does not have and can't have, and they're not real estate agents, excuse me. Let's see if she'll stay there for a couple of seconds. But they don't have that expertise. You do. That's part of the worth that you have as a real estate agent. And I think it's overlooked that as a real estate agent, you save them a lot of money. Just the fact that you're meeting the appraisers or the home inspectors or doing something with the inspections, it could be radon or water or whatever the inspection may be, and that you're taking care of them, that is so important. And you're saving them time and money from going there. You're also following up on the mortgage process and the title process and any of the inspection process. Or did the appraiser go out there? What did they find? What do we need to do? What do we have to renegotiate? All this is on your shoulders. And that is so important that the average person doesn't know and can't do. And these are the things that you as a real estate agent bring to the table that they don't, that they need. And they need to pay for your services. And the fifth thing is that you have to understand these challenges. And you have to understand them to the point that you can negotiate and help our clients go through the process. It is so important, especially now as we're entering uncharted waters where we're guessing what's happening. We're learning as things develop. You're here as a professional to guide them and say, okay, folks, this is what's happened. This is what Mark has explained. This is what the attorney has explained, whatever the case may be. And we need to take care of that. And that's, in my opinion, so important to understand and to go forward. One more thing that I want to mention in terms of closings, I've heard from several attorneys in the area that they do not want extra people at the closing table. So please counsel your buyers and the sellers. If a relative or someone does not need to be there, do not be there. I've even heard from a couple attorneys, and as you know, I do go to my closings. I find it very important, but I've heard from attorneys who are asking the lenders and maybe even the agent, if they don't have to be there, don't be there. Call in, a conference call or something like that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to honor those requests. So all my closings, I'm going to call during the closing to make sure everything's okay. So that's something else that we can keep in the back of our mind. I am here for the real estate agents. I'm here for the real estate community. It is important to me, regardless of the market. I've always made sure that my business and everything is focused on that. I'm here to take care of the housing market, the real estate community, and the referrals that I receive. I want to thank you very much for listening, and bless you, and I hope everything goes well for you and your family, and that you're safe, and that we get through this as easily and with less issues as possible. My apology. My cat's here and distracted me a little bit. Thank you very much for listening. I'll talk to you soon.